welcome to the last video in the playlist. Well, last at the moment, but the last video at the moment, the last video in the playlist on dealing with inverse functions. Okay, so we've got g of x equals x plus 8 over x, and what they're asking us to do is express the inverse function in the form g to the power of minus 1 x. Okay, well, I'm going to use the same technique. Now, the difficulty you've got with this one is you've got an x at the top and an x there, and if you have a look at some of the other videos in this particular playlist, you'll see that there's only one value of x. So here we need to kind of manipulate this. So what I'm going to say is, well, I've got g to the power of x equals x plus 8 over x, and exactly the same way as I did last time. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to call that y because it's just much easier to manipulate. Okay, so I need to get x the subject of the formula. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by x, and if I do that, I lose this bottom x and this becomes yx equals 8. I beg your pardon, x plus 8. Okay, now I've got an x here and an x here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus x from both sides. Now if I do that, I get yx minus x equals 8. Okay, now the easiest way of dealing with this to get x on its own is I'm going to factorise this side. So I end up with x, y minus 1 equals 8. And then I can divide through by y minus 1. So if I divide through by y minus 1, I get x equals 8 over y minus 1. Okay, now I have rushed through that fairly quickly. It is a factorising that you need to get involved in there. If you're not sure about this, please do have a look at the playlist on changing the subject, and I will put a link through on this particular video to go through to it. Okay, so the final little bit that you need to remember, it's the same technique we've used with the other videos, is we change this y back to x and we change this back to g minus 1 x, and that will answer the question. We've got g to the power of minus 1 x equals 8 over x minus 1. Okay, so a little bit more challenging, this particular type of question, particularly with the factorising, but I hope that's been okay for you. Please do add a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video.